Cable 7 and 103.7 WTIB present Talk of the Town with Henry Hinton. News, sports, and community information and everything that's going on around town. Now, with Talk of the Town, here's your host, Henry Hinton.
Okay, welcome back. A lot of emails and texts and stuff this morning. Actually, talking about the Greenville Community Summit, which is coming up a week from Thursday. Very excited about that. Man, I'm getting a lot of good response to that. People are calling and saying, hey, you know, I know somebody should be on your panel on this or that. And I just got an email from a friend of mine on Facebook here that says, you know, we need to have this particular guy on the panel that you're going to be doing on development and the economy in Eastern North Carolina. Well, here's the great thing. I mean, the panels are pretty much set already, but here's the great thing about the summit, which is our idea. We don't want just the panelists to speak. We want everybody in the community to come out and speak. We want you to come out and be a part of it. So, you know, if you haven't been asked to be on one of the panels, that doesn't mean we don't want you to speak. We want you to come. Or there's going to be, you know, half of each hour is going to be dedicated to the panel, kind of giving their views, because, you know, they're some of the experts, and that doesn't mean they're the only experts in the area, but they're some of the experts that we've invited to be there. But then, you know, there's going to be time after that for people from the audience to speak and come up and be a part of the discussion and give their comments and ask their questions and thoughts and things like that.
Question I was asked, I think you did mention, and if you did, I apologize for not remembering. Will people be allowed to call in?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not going to be able to call in. You're going to. We're going to be live on location and at 400 St. Andrews, the old Beef Barn location, and so there will not be a way. Is that right, Michael? There's not going to be. It's just too technically involved to have phone callers. So we want you to come there live. Plus, anyway, we want everybody to be there live. If you can't be there live, it will be broadcast on the radio, and then we're videotaping it, and we're going to be replaying it on our new website, GreenvilleHeadlines.com, which is launching that day as well. A brand new Greenville Community News, Information, and Opinion website. And by the way, I'm getting a lot of questions about GreenvilleHeadlines.com as well. We had a huge meeting yesterday. We're really excited about. Met with the web developer yesterday, Chris Rupp from Ent Moby. Actually, I think they've changed their name to Red Shark Media now? But they're terrific to work with. They really have been good. And you know, this website's going to have a lot of video on it. It's going to be unique for Greenville. There's going to be ample opportunity for people to participate on the website. So we're very excited about that. That's launching the same day as the Greenville Community Summit. And again, I mentioned last hour our sponsors for the summit, Greenville Toyota and Delcor. And yesterday, Wilkerson Funeral Home signed on as one of the summit sponsors. So God bless them. People underwriting this big community event, and it's free to the public, and it's coming up a week from tomorrow, March the 13th, at the 400 St. Andrews Conference Center, which is the old Beef Barn location. So more to come about that. And again, if you have not been asked to be on a panel, you know, we can't accommodate but like 4 people on a panel, but, you know, we want you to come and be a part of it anyway. So please be there. 8 minutes after 8. I've gotten a lot of text. I really probably shouldn't address this letter to the editor again, but I'm not going to do it. I did it earlier. I'm not going to do it. It's just ridiculous. But, you know, it's funny. Brian Brown just sent me a text. We were talking about, you know, the fact we got people criticizing. I said this last hour, you know, people are so quick to criticize other people. But, you know, the concern, again, if you go back and look at what happened 2 years ago, when's the last Republican that had represented Pitt County? I think it was probably Dr. Henry Aldridge. We hadn't had one in modern times. And Dr. Aldridge was, I think, mid-'90s. And so it had been that long since we had a representative from Pitt County. And, people, like the guy in the newspaper this morning criticizing myself and criticizing Brian Brown for saying that we're the wrong kind of Republicans. And, Brian just reminded me that this guy supported the Democratic candidate against him. This guy is in the newspaper lecturing us on how to be the right kind of Republicans and conservatives, and he supported the Democrat in the election last time against Brian. I mean, that's the kind of crap you have to put up with in politics. And again, I asked the question again. If you're so critical of what some of us have done to try to move Eastern North Carolina's conservative movement forward, but you disagree with us, and your issue with us is what? The Pitt County School Board size? The people who fought that the hardest, look at their party affiliation. Is that part of the conservative movement? You disagree with us on that issue, and so you take us on for that. Again, this is about the election coming up and positioning. And I'm telling you, I want to hear the issues. You want to challenge the incumbent? That's fine. What are your issues? What is it you're looking to challenge? Why are you mad at the incumbent? Are you mad because he didn't speak to you at a party? Are you mad because he didn't agree with you on the Pitt County School Board bill? But, name calling and all this kind of stuff, again, that's why Republicans don't get anywhere. Because, this is just a microcosm of what's happening in the whole state. I'm the wrong kind of Republican for this guy. He's the right, he's got the answer, but I'm wrong. And so, again, I ask, what have you done? And in addition to that, what's the platform? And is this the way this campaign season is going to go? Republicans fighting Republicans and eating our own? Is this what you want? That's really good. Let's just hand everything back to the Democrats. That's, Pitt County's been under control of the Democrats all this time. We might as well do it again. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Over. Finished.
One more thing. No, I'm done.
By the way.
Yes. All right, McGee. Is it drizzling out there yet? What's the radar showing now?
I do not know. Let's find out. I don't think it's drizzling yet.
The forecast today, periods of freezing, drizzle, few rain showers possible.
Probably not quite yet. Everything's just
again, it's all south of Greenville. Washington, you're about to get it. Probably some rain around Washington, Snow Hill. The line goes just south of Greenville, comes up through Goldsboro, Snow Hill, Kinston, Washington, all the way out to the coast, and looks like there's some freezing rain and rain mixed in there to the south. But all of you up north, anybody north of Greenville, Bethel, Rocky Mount, Williamston, Windsor, Edenton, you're not going to get it.
That's a good thing for them because they typically get
you're not going to get anything. It's going to stay dry up there.
It's breaking up to mostly rain, too, so we should be good.
That's a good thing. Mm-hmm. All right, East Carolina women's basketball tonight. Is that here or there?
No.
It's there.
ODU got both the men and the women on the road to close out the regular season.
So the basketball teams will be at Old Dominion, but it's the women play in Norfolk tonight. The men play in Norfolk tomorrow night, and that's the end of the regular season, right?
Yes.
And then we've got ECU baseball at UNC Greensboro today. I think that's going to be fine.
It's looking like it is right now.
I think it's going to move on out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. Periods of freezing rain early, few showers this afternoon. By the weekend, it looks like we're going to be back in the 60s. Did you hear about the asteroid? There's an asteroid headed this way.
Great.
And they're saying that it's actually going to be closer to Earth. It's going to pass between. It's going to pass Earth closer than the moon. So is it going to? I guess it's going to pass between the moon and the Earth.
I guess
that's a little close for comfort, isn't it?
Yeah, I would.
The newly discovered asteroid is called 2014 DX-110. Will hurtle between the moon and the Earth tonight, Wednesday night, and it's going to pass an estimated 217,000 miles from Earth. That's approximately 9/10 of the distance between the moon and the Earth. That's very unusual, isn't it?
Wow, that's pretty close. I want no part of that asteroid.
Yeah, exactly. That's a little worrisome, actually. Yesterday in the legislature, the Democratic leader of the North Carolina Senate, Senator Martin Nesbitt from Asheville, stepped down.
Saw that.
And they have not announced what it is, but apparently he's very ill. I don't really know Senator Nesbitt. I've met him. But
good friend of yours stepping in?
Yeah, actually, the guy that's going to take over as the Senate Democratic leader is a friend of mine, Dan Blue. Senator Dan Blue, who we've had on the show many times and I've done NC Spin with over the years, former Speaker of the House, maybe the most liberal Democrat in North Carolina. I love Dan, but I can't agree with any of his politics. He and I are on. We're about 180 on politics. But you know what? Dan's the kind of guy you want to be 180 with because he doesn't make it personal, unlike some of the Republicans I know. But he is so Dan Blue is going to step in and be the Senate Democratic leader. And I'll tell you this, Dan will be a more formidable foe for Senator Phil Berger to deal with in this upcoming session, I think, than Martin Nesbitt. Martin Nesbitt's a nice guy, but Dan Blue is very articulate. He's a trial lawyer. And I love Dan, too, because he'll always say, I'm just a country boy. Don't believe that. He's a very well-spoken and and successful lawyer from Raleigh. But apparently Martin Nesbitt has had a recent diagnosis. Here's the statement from Nesbitt in a press release. After a recent diagnosis, it has become clear I'll need to take some time in the coming weeks and months to focus on my health. However, this year's elections are too important to the future of our great state not to have all hands on deck. I'm therefore pleased and proud that my friend Senator Dan Blue has agreed to lead the Democratic caucus while I seek further medical treatment. Senator Phil Berger immediately put out a press release yesterday referring to Senator Nesbitt as Martin, saying that that he is concerned about his good friend Martin and wishes him the best. So apparently Senator Nesbitt has a serious health problem.
Doesn't sound good. And even I think he represents Buncombe County, and they're not even saying much about what's going on with him other than that he will need some time away. You know, I think
it'll eventually come out.
They came to the house about the same time, I believe. Nesbitt and Blues, they're good friends, but I hope he's going to be okay. So only praying for
Nesbitt's from
good
Asheville. We're all Asheville's very, very liberal. It's funny who's the guy, the Republican representative from over there that he was here in town last week for the Brian Brown fundraiser. All of a sudden his name escapes me. But he's from Asheville, and I asked him. I said, "How do you get elected in Asheville as a Republican?" He said, "Most of my district's in the county, probably up in the hills."
Had to go deep to get those votes.
Exactly. All right, 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. It is Wednesday, March the 5th. Let's get a break in. We're coming back. We got news headlines and some folks coming in and tell us what's going on in the community this morning. Always great in the 8 o'clock hour to have some of our friends from the community stopping in and keeping us up to date on things happening in town. We'll be back 18 now after 8 o'clock.
Jeep Ram. Lease the new 2014 Ram 1500 for just $199 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we're empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Only the best music.
Here is a track from Out of Sight.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, and check out that new look from Pepsi.
I don't know why, but today I feel a little bit different. I feel like I woke up this morning and I could change the world. I could change the world. I guess it's true, yeah.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and work week daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit topdogonline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy Membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
Come see Eastern North Carolina's largest selection of Jeeps here at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive the all-new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $349 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
I was sending myself an email. You ever do that?
Oh, all the time.
I send myself reminders to do stuff.
Yep. Oh, you should see my inbox.
Look, I just sent myself an email and it came up, email address not recognized. I was like, what?
Wait a minute.
I think I typed my own name wrong. All right, 21 minutes after 8 o'clock and time for some news headlines. 34 degrees now, on our way to about 46 today, so temperature's going to keep rising in this frozen rain. The king of all media,
I know him.
Phil Eichschlager is out driving through Kinston right now, and we were just texting, and I told him to be careful that the radar out his way is a little nasty. And he says it's nasty, but just a little bit of rain. The temperature is rising, so maybe as the temperature continues to rise, this frozen sleet and stuff we're seeing this morning in the southern counties of our listening area will dissipate, and it'll just be rain. That's what I'm hoping. All right. Let's do news. Nobody from here from WITN this morning, so we have our own Trent McGee now with our WITN News Update. What you got?
And the relief man. Fire struck a Pitt County auto salvage business on Tuesday, destroying a large storage building on the site. The blaze broke out shortly after 2 o'clock at West Auto Sales and Salvage on Highway 11, just south of Bethel. Multiple fire departments battled the blaze, which took volunteers roughly around 20 to 30 minutes to bring under control. Phil Woolard with the Bethel Fire Department says they're still investigating what sparked the fire, but at the time, a worker was inside transferring fuel from one tank to another when the fire began. Although Woolard says they do not believe that started the fire. The employee that was inside fortunately got out safely from that fire. Details limited this morning as detectives in Martin County are working on a stabbing investigation that ended with one person dead. Detective Drew Robinson with the Martin County Sheriff's Office said around 1:20 a.m. Wednesday, deputies were called to Prison Camp Road for the report of a stabbing. Detective Robinson could not say whether the person who died was the one who was stabbed, and it is also not clear whether or not there's a suspect in mind or in custody at the moment. A popular radio DJ injured in a wreck involving a tractor trailer in Craven County is still recovering. Johnny Coolout Starks, listed in fair condition by Valley Medical Center. Johnny Coolout Starks. He is
from KISS.
From KISS, yes.
Our buddies
According to the
over
Highway
Beasley
Patrol.
Brown. Is he okay?
He's okay. He's recovering. That's all we know. Patrol Starks ran a red light and crashed his KISS FM van into a tractor trailer that was making a left turn into Washington Post Road. Did see the front of that vehicle was pretty damaged.
I actually saw that video this morning. It didn't look too good.
But he's recovering right now at Vidant. North Carolina State Senator Martin Nesbitt has stepped down as the Senate's minority leader because of a recent medical diagnosis. Senator Dan Blue is taking his place. The Senate Democratic Caucus released a statement late Tuesday morning announcing the change, which occurred Monday during a meeting of Senate Democrats. The statement did not provide details about Nesbitt's illness, except to quote him saying that he'll need the coming weeks and months to focus on his health. And the judge is refusing to dismiss the most serious charges against a U.S. Army general accused of sexual assault. Attorneys for Brigadier General Jeffrey A. Sinclair argued Tuesday that charges should be dismissed because they say the top Army commanders unlawfully interfered in the case after the lead prosecutor said he did not think it should go forward. Sinclair faces a court-martial on charges that include physically forcing a female captain under his command to perform oral sex. He faces life in prison if convicted of all the charges.
This newscast rated XX. Thank you, McGee, for that.
Had to give that.
Appreciate you. 25 after our news and weather update this hour, brought to you by Suddenlink. We'll check the weather in a moment. Let's get the weather ready, McGee.
I'm ready.
Speaking of the king of all media, last night, the debut on video on demand of the movie that just won the Best Picture Oscar, 12 Years a Slave. Now showing on video on demand on Suddenlink. So if you've got Suddenlink, you'll have that. You'll be able to just dial that. Just go into video on demand and watch 12 Years a Slave. Also coming later this week. What's today? The 5th. Coming on the 7th, which I guess will be Friday. The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. And on the 18th of this month, 3 huge movies coming to video on demand. American Hustle, which I've seen. Frozen, which my 4-year-old grandson has already seen. That's the Disney animated movie. And Saving Mr. Banks, starring Tom Hanks. That's the movie about Walt Disney. So those are all available on Suddenlink. And if you don't have Suddenlink, you need to switch up today. Get rid of that long-term satellite contract. You won't be disappointed anymore. Switch up to Suddenlink and bundle and save. Get SL200 HD TV, 15 meg internet, just $59 a month. Also, Suddenlink home phone available for just $10 a month with unlimited local and long-distance calling, including emergency 911 location capabilities. And let's see, there's something else coming, too, I'm supposed to mention here. They wanted me to mention... here's the other thing. If you're a Carolina Hurricanes fan, there's going to be a special presentation. I'm not sure why, but it's going to be on Channel 25. The Hurricanes and the New York Rangers on Friday night at 7 on the Eastern Carolina Network on Suddenlink Channel 25. So if you're looking for the Hurricanes, there must be something else going on with the Fox affiliate or something on Friday night. Probably a basketball tournament or something. So the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Rangers, a special presentation on Suddenlink only, Suddenlink Channel 25, 7 o'clock on Friday night, the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Rangers, only on Suddenlink Channel 25. All right, 27 after 8 o'clock. Let's get a break in. More Talk of the Town is on the way right after this.
Before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we're empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Only the best music.
Here is a track from Out of Sight.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, and check out that new look from Pepsi.
I don't know why, but today I feel a little bit different. I feel like I woke up this morning and I can change the world. I can change the world. I guess it's true, yeah.
At the law firm of Hardy & Hardy, we don't simply take cases. We take your case personally.
I've been in several car accidents, and each time I've turned to Hardy and Hardy for help. They are honest, hardworking, and dependable. I've been satisfied with the conclusion of each case, and I would recommend Wayne and Charles Hardy to my family and friends.
You matter to us.
Protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
Tax time is new car time at Greenville Toyota. Bring us your tax refund and we'll match your refund up to $4,000 towards a new Toyota. That's right, if you've got a refund, you've got a down payment and we'll match it up to $4,000. Your $4,000 becomes $8,000 with the Greenville Toyota match. Need credit? Come see us. Our goal is 100% credit approval. And who will give you more for your trade? Guaranteed? Greenville Toyota. Plus, with the Greenville Toyota Advantage, you save money and time. Use your tax refund as your down payment because tax time is new car time at Greenville Toyota.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy Membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. Okay, welcome back. It's 8:30 here on Wednesday morning, March the 5th. Nice to have everybody with us this morning. I got a buddy now that stopped by from the community. Always good to have folks in to tell us what's going on. A little update now on the Pitt County United Way. Jim Ciesler, my buddy, is here. Just came in from the cold. Was it raining here?
Not yet. No
rain yet.
Nothing.
This is the south of us here. The king of all media, Phil Oschlager,
I heard,
just reported in from Kinston that he was driving through some rain, but no sleet. It's hopefully the temperature is going to keep rising, and we'll miss it. All right, Jim is the what official title? Executive Director.
Yes,
Executive Director, Pitt County United Way, and you've got a lot of stuff going on right now.
We sure do.
Yeah.
We have a ton of stuff going on, and you know, Henry, over the last couple of years, we've changed our focus. And when you think about the United Way, you normally think about, well, there's a campaign goal and you raise money. Our goal is no longer to raise money, if you can believe that. It's one of our strategies. It's a critical strategy. But our goal in Pitt County, the United Way Pitt County, is to strengthen the family structure in our community and by addressing some of the underlying root causes of community issues.
And I love the fact that you're partnering with the Boy Scouts now.
Yes.
Probably on things that you weren't partnering on before.
No,
I know that hadn't always that relationship hadn't always been as strong as it is now.
No, well, but it is. It is. You know, that's water under the bridge.
Yeah.
I can't speak to that. That was before my time.
Well,
here,
I'm just happy that we're back and helping the Boy Scouts with the United Way. I think it's great.
One of the United Way's priorities, our major priority, again, is strengthening family, and we do that with a focus on school success.
Mm-hmm.
And when I don't want my charitable dollar, excuse me, to support my kids' scouting efforts, because you know what, I can pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
But to use some of my charitable dollars, some of my United Way contribution, to provide that kind of character-building service to at-risk kids, I mean, that just makes all kinds of sense.
And we got to do it.
Yes,
we got to do it.
We do.
You hit the bell right there. At-risk kids. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Well, and the United Way, we're not about being a short-term charity, a Band-Aid. We look at the bigger picture. We find out what resources are lacking, and how we can address those to keep kids on track to graduate.
Yeah.
And, the partnership with the Boy Scouts, their multicultural outreach program, which focuses on STEM.
Yeah.
We
just had, is it Kwame?
Kwame?
We just had him in it. God, he's awesome.
He's a piece of work. Isn't
He is
great?
really good. The kid
Yes.
who is heading that up, I say kid, the young man who's heading that up for the Boy Scouts, going into communities and reaching, not just saying, "Hey, come to us." He's going to them.
Yes.
He's going into some of the in some of the communities that have never been touched by Boy Scouts before, and pulling kids out and getting them involved.
Well, and the beauty of that program, they're partnering with another traditional agency, the Boys and Girls Club, to provide scouting. They're setting up scouting troops at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Also, with the Girl Scouts are doing the same. That program in the next 2 years will be serving over 500 at-risk kids. We also have a partnership with the Girl Scouts. Girl Scouts are serving at-risk kids as well, and both of those organizations, to their credit, they saw the need, and they saw how society had been changing. They changed their service delivery model. Classically, traditionally, it's been the parents, right, that run the troops and so forth. A lot of these at-risk kids don't have that. And so, the Boy Scouts went out with a grant from us and hired Kwame. The Girl Scouts are doing the same. Those partnerships are really going to pay a lot of dividends in the long run. And again, it's getting at the root cause. It's getting it to children when they're early. We also have a great partnership. We've worked very closely. Our largest investment is with the Boys and Girls Club, and they've done a remarkable job. The Boys and Girls Club was about keep the kids off the street. Right, swim and gym. Was the phrase. Not anymore. You go into one of the Boys and Girls Clubs in Pitt County. They focus on education.
Well, they're sitting at computers. They've got computer classes
and on character building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And then recreation and so forth.
Good stuff.
Those are the things that really are making a difference in the long run. We've also partnered with the school district on a number of programs.
Yeah, I know you got a new parents program, right?
Yes.
What's that all about?
Well, that's one of the non-traditional ways. All that I've talked about there are some of the traditional programs, but those are service related. Those are to those kids, and that's going to serve thousands of kids. We are also going to focus on community change efforts, like a program called Parents for Public Schools, which is an effort to get parents more involved in the public school system at the district level, because we know greater parental involvement makes for better schools. Better schools are going to increase the graduation rate. We're really very, very excited about that. There's a couple of other efforts that we have coming up in March. On March 22nd, we're going to co-host with the Martin Pitt Partnership for Children an event called Kids Fest at the Greenville Convention Center.
They've been doing that for years, and that's a really great program for children.
It is a fabulous program, but even more, it's a better program for parents.
Yeah.
To show parents what are the things they can do, what are the services, what are things that are out there to work with their kids. The first 2,000 days of a child's life, the first 5 years, are really critical to how that child is going to turn out. And so to help support
March
parents.
22nd. I'm looking to see what that's a Saturday.
March 22nd.
March 22nd, right.
From 10 to 2 at the Greenville Convention Center. There'll be infant play areas. The North Carolina Aquarium Touch Tank will be there.
Right.
There'll be hands-on exhibits for infants, for toddlers, for preschoolers. A vendor area featuring products and services and so forth. And we get 4,000 to 5,000 people through that program. Again, an effort to strengthen family, to show the family what are the resources that are out there for parents. Another event that we have coming up, also in partnership with the Martin Pitt Partnership for Children, there's a lot of partnerships on there, is a program called the State of the Young Child, First 2,000 Days Breakfast. That's going to be in April, Friday, April 11th, at the Greenville Hilton. It's going to be a report to the community on the status of youth in Pitt County. Our keynote speaker is going to be Chief Aiden, our police chief.
Who's terrific, by the way.
Yes, he is outstanding.
Great speaker.
And then a panel discussion on the value of early childhood development. We got Dr. Lenker, our new superintendent, Dr. Sharon Ballard, who is the chair of the Department of Child Development and Family Relations at ECU, and then Wanda Uhas, who's the executive director of the Pitt County Economic Development Commission. Because again, early childhood plays a role, and quality schools play a role in economic development. We have to have and reflect the competent.
Now, what's the date on
workforce.
that again, Jim?
That is Friday, April 11th, from
All right.
9 to 11:30 at the Greenville Hilton.
And the Kids Fest is Saturday, March 22nd.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. How about what's happening with the campaign right now? Give us a little campaign update.
Well, the campaign, which we're going to be wrapping up the end of this month, we are looking in good shape. We've gotten some really great results from a lot of community organizations and businesses. But frankly, as we project where we're going to end up, we're looking like we could be $40,000 to $50,000 short of our goal, and we really don't want to do that. Henry, we're turning the corner. The community, there's a lot of good things going on around youth, turning the corner on a lot of things. The programs that I mentioned, they're getting results. These are not things that are creating dependency. These are creating interdependency.
Yeah.
We'd hate to back off on that. So we're really putting a final push this last month
So this
to try to close the gap.
March is the last month?
Yes.
So if you have not made a donation to the United Way yet, you can contact. Now, how do people do that?
They can contact us on our website, uwpcnc.org, uwpcnc.org. They can also give us a call. Our phone number is 758-1604, or just write us at P.O. Box 1028, Greenville 27835.
Okay.
All right.
We got like 2 minutes left. I know John Bacon sent me some notes. I know you wanted to also mention the 211 Community
Yes.
Service Information Line.
Yeah.
You now have when you dial 211, what do you get?
Right. You get a live person. You can dial 211 statewide, 24/7, 365 days a year, and you will talk to a trained call center operator who will have a database in Pitt County of over 200 social services, government programs, charitable programs, faith-based programs, and over 18,000 services throughout the county. So throughout the state. So, maybe if you're calling and, my grandma is in Raleigh and needs some services, you can call 211 and find out where there's some senior services for
So
her.
it's a services line where you call and find out what's available for you in your particular area, for senior citizens, for people who need food, clothing, and
shelter. I just moved to Farmville. Where's there an after-school program for my kid?
Yeah.
So what's the phone number of the health department?
So it's 211.
211, just like 911.
Is it 24/7?
It's 24/7, 365 days a year.
Okay.
We're really excited about that. We also have added a program to our website called Get Connected, and Get Connected allows any charity in the county can post for free any of their volunteer needs, their in-kind donation needs, and their fundraising events. Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
yeah.
publicizing other organizations' fundraising events. And so if you can go online and find out, let's say you're interested in seniors, you can go online and maybe find out that, Meals on Wheels needs drivers, and here's how you can contact them.
Right.
Or you might find out that the Council on Aging has a golf tournament. And, well, I'll do that. I'll participate in that. From our perspective, where we are promoting volunteerism and advocacy and so forth, those two services, 211 and Get Connected, it kind of goes full circle.
Okay.
Need help? Call 211.
Right.
Want to help? Go to Get Connected.
Gotcha.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
A lot of good stuff going on, and you're doing a great job, Jim. Jim Ciesler from the Pitt County United Way. Again, give the website if people want more information about anything we've talked about,
Yes.
including the State of the Child breakfast, or the Kids Fest, or any of the services with the Boy Scouts, or any of that. How do they find out more?
It's, excuse me, uwpcnc.org.
uwpcnc.com stands for United Pitt County,
United
North
Way,
Carolina.
Pitt County, North Carolina.
United Way,
.org.
Pitt County,
Right.
NC.com.
Right.
.org?
.org.
.org.
I'm sorry.
.org. All right,
Yes.
Jim. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Thank you much. Great to
Thank
see
you
you
so
again.
much.
Jim Ciesler from the United Way, 843-17 in front of 9. We got sports up next with McGee.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units, 8x15 or 8x10, delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a live-in manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are Pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
Tax time is new car time at Greenville Toyota. Bring us your tax refund and we'll match your refund up to $4,000 towards a new Toyota. That's right, if you've got a refund, you've got a down payment and we'll match it up to $4,000. Your $4,000 becomes $8,000 with the Greenville Toyota match. Need credit? Come see us. Our goal is 100% credit approval. And who will give you more for your trade? Guaranteed? Greenville Toyota. Plus, with the Greenville Toyota Advantage, you save money and time. Use your tax refund as your down payment because tax time is new car time at Greenville Toyota.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy Membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we're empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Okay, welcome back. It's Talk of the Town, Wednesday, March the 5th. Good to have you here this morning. Just talking to number one son, Hank, who is leaving us right now and driving to Goldsboro.
Be safe, young Hank.
That's not a good place to be driving right now. I mean, it's going to be raining and stuff. I've got to drive west also, but I'm hoping the temperatures are going to be high enough. It's only going to be rain. Nothing else but. By the way, Ray Franks from the Boy Scouts just we should have an errors and omissions segment of the show. We just
yeah, like PTI. Reality, where'd they mess up? Where'd we mess up, Reality? Well, Tony.
We refer to the young man who's running the multicultural program for the Boy Scouts by the wrong name. His name is Gwangi, Gwangi. And by the way, he was when he was here last week. Did you meet him?
I did.
You know how you meet somebody and you're like they've got it. What is it? I don't know, but they've got it.
Yeah,
Gwangi's got it, doesn't he?
He's got it, no doubt about it.
Congratulations to the Boy Scouts. By the way, they had a pretty good turnout for their breakfast yesterday morning.
Looks like they did. That's great to hear.
Ray Franks. I need to get him to do a testimonial for us because Ray said that. I mentioned when we came on the air yesterday morning because it was, there was ice all over the roads. I mentioned that the Boy Scout breakfast was still on. And he said that probably 10 people came up to it when they got there and said, I wouldn't have known that it was on if I hadn't heard it on Henry's show this morning. So that's a good thing, Ray. We appreciate that. 12 minutes in front of 9 o'clock. Let's see. There's going to be baseball for the Pirates today if this weather stays clear. To the west of us out in Greensboro. Here's McGee on Sports.
Yeah, this afternoon, ECU and UNC Greensboro will face off at UNCG Baseball Stadium for a 4 o'clock first pitch, which will match up former Pirate assistant Link Jarrett with his former colleague Billy Godwin. ECU right now 6-5 on the season.
Is Link the head coach at Greensboro?
He is. Yes, he is.
That's
and
good.
the Spartans are 5-5 right now. They've also won 3 in a row, as have the Pirates, who swept all 3 opponents in the Keith LeClaire Classic last week. And again, the first pitch set for 4 o'clock. Again, weather pending on that. I'm sure you stay tuned. And ECU will issue any information related to that game and the start time there for UNCG and ECU. College basketball from Tuesday night. After winning 25 straight games, number 4 Syracuse was dealt its 4th loss over its last 5 games, and former WITN GM Chris Mossman is in significant pain. He has been in significant pain since the Boston College loss. I've been following his Twitter page, by the way. Georgia Tech was the ones who peeled the orange last night, 67-62.
I actually know 2 or 3 Syracuse graduates, and I hope they all suffer. I don't want Syracuse to win anything in the ACC. I don't.
Yeah, well,
I don't even want Syracuse to be in the ACC. I just call me traditional.
I'm with you on that. But they haven't won.
I hope they also. I think Jim Boeheim is a Yankee. I can't say what I want to say.
Okay, yeah, don't say that.
I'll just say he's a Yankee.
Don't say that. Again, Syracuse
Use
losing.
your imagination on the rest of that sentence.
I have. I've already filled in the blanks there. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. And, again, losing to Georgia Tech last night. Number 1, Florida, though, they took care of business on the road at South Carolina, 72-46. Tonight, number 4, Duke on the road at Wake Forest. Its final regular season road test of the season. Blue Devils 23-6, Demon Deacons 15-14. And tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. And that one you can follow the action. Bob Harris, Plumlee, right here on 103.7 WTIB beginning at 6 o'clock. Suleiman! And ECU's women's team closes out. That's right, Bob Suleiman with a great 3-point shot there.
Be careful. John Ross' mother lives in Wilson and listens to our station.
Oh, I love those guys. ECU's women's team closes out their regular season.
Mrs. Roth, I'd like to give you Trent's cell phone number.
Hey, look, I love John and Bob. I think they do a great job.
Anytime that we make any mistake with the Duke or the Duke Network goes off the air, we hear from Mrs. Roth.
Yeah,
so.
well, yeah. They're a great team. They're a great team broadcasting for
you. Never know whose mother lives in the area.
No, I had no idea.
It's like that time when I was hacking on Clay Aiken and his aunt walked up to me in a restaurant and said,
I've heard you say Clay is gay. Well, Clay is not gay.
And under my breath, I was going, and denial ain't a river in Egypt either.
Yeah. Anyway.
This is before Clay came out. As a politician, of course. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thanks for clarifying that one. And ECU's women's team, they close out their regular season tonight. They can finish the regular season with 23 wins, will be a great mark. Again, 6 losses should they pick up a W tonight on the road at Old Dominion. Tip-off from Norfolk set for 7 o'clock. And that when the men close out the regular season tomorrow night, they're on the road at ODU for a 7 o'clock tip.
By the way, more errors and omissions. I just got an email from Suzanne Edwards saying that the person's name I couldn't think of was Asheville
Tim Moffitt.
House Representative Tim Moffitt, yes. And I know Tim. I should have known that. And the other errors and errors and omissions, we were talking about it being Eric Connolly's birthday.
Yes, we did.
The actor. And we said he's 40 today. We were saying, not Eric Connolly. What's his
name?
Kevin Connolly.
His name is Eric.
He played Eric on Entourage, and he was not the agent. He was the manager of the of whoever the other. I don't want to say that name because we'll have Vinny.
Ari was
we'll
the
have
agent.
another error and omission.
Yeah.
We have a caller. Michael is on the phone. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Henry. Henry, I just wanted to say a word about Jimmy Boeheim. I've known Jimmy Boeheim for almost 50 years. I've interacted with him, not in recent years, but in past years. And I think he's one of the finest men.
I was going to say, you tell your story and I'll tell mine. Because I've interacted with him too. All right, you tell your story, Mike. And after you're done, I'll tell you my Jim Boeheim story.
Okay, I just think he's done an awful lot of work, unrecognized, be it charity work, helping other people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think he's a very scrupulous man.
He probably is.
And
he probably is.
I just think maybe you saw him at when he lost it or something of this nature. But
how scrupulous did he look the other night at Duke? Did he look scrupulous to you?
He had his. That
when he ran out in the middle of the floor and was using dropping F-bombs in the middle of Cameron Indoor Stadium.
I have never seen Jimmy Boeheim like that, and I've known him for close to 50 years now.
Yeah, Mike, I'll side with you on that because Henry knows these guys on a different level than what we do. I think Boeheim's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
No, you know what? He's a great coach. In 1984, I'm doing the radio for the Tar Heel Sports Network. There were 3 coaches through the years that I did the Tar Heel Radio Network that would not do a pregame interview with me.
Yeah.
And it was my job as the color announcer to get the opposing coach to do a pregame interview.
Right.
And my boss, Jim Hevner, if I didn't get the interview, I mean, I was never allowed to say to Jim, this guy just doesn't do interviews.
Right. Understood.
Because Jim would always come back to me and say, Henry, that's why you're in this job, because you can get the interviews that other people can't.
Right.
So, and so all of a sudden, you're walking away and going, was I just applauded or was I just scolded? Jim was good at that.
That's clever.
I think you were between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, and I got between a rock and a hard place with Boeheim because I called up to the sports information director and I said, I'm Henry Hinton. I'm doing the radio for the Tar Heel Network, and I need to set up a time when I get to town to stop by and interview Coach Boeheim for our pregame show.
Yeah.
And the public information guy up there, the SID at that time, they called him sports information director, but now they're
assistant media relations
directors. But the SID back in that day, he was like, I'm sorry, Mr. Hinton. I hate to tell you, but Coach Boeheim does not do interviews. And I was like, well, I mean, this is the Tar Heel Radio Network. Coach Smith always does the interview for the other opposing radio network. We'd like Coach Boeheim to reconsider and do an interview with us.
Certainly.
I'm sorry, he just doesn't do this. And I said, would you do me one favor and just ask him if he'll do it for us? No, I won't.
Oh, boy.
So,
at that time, you couldn't send an email to him.
So not wanting to go back to Hevner and tell him I couldn't get the interview. So I get to the Carrier Dome, and I park myself outside the Syracuse locker room with my trusty little tape recorder. By the way, I did this with Bobby Knight also one time at the Atlanta Omni.
I think it's a good move.
You remember that guy he stuffed in the trash can in Puerto Rico? I was almost that guy.
Oh my gosh!
But Coach Boeheim came walking up, and I said, Coach, Henry Hinton with the Tar Heel Radio Network. I mean, I got about that much out of my mouth. He went, I'm not doing a radio interview with you.
Huh.
So,
boy,
there's your scrupulous and nice and guy.
Otherwise, Mike, he's a great guy.
See, and he didn't drop the F-bombs on me that he dropped on Krzyzewski the other night, but everybody has a different perspective, Mike, and I appreciate yours.
Okay, Henry.
By the way, the other guy that wouldn't ever do an interview with me was Lefty, but I did get one with Lefty because I brought him barbecue once. All right, everybody, have a great Wednesday. Drive carefully out there. We'll see you tomorrow on Talk of the Town.
Welcome to Truck Month at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Lease the new 2014 Ram 1500 for just $199 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we are empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Only the best music.
Here is a track from Out of Sight.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, and check out that new look from Pepsi.
I don't know why, but today I feel a little bit different. I feel like I woke up this morning and I can change the world. I can change the world. I guess it's true, yeah.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10. delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a living manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are Pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco.
Come see Eastern North Carolina's largest selection of Jeeps here at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive the all-new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $349 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.